Hi there, my name's Kimmy, and I had some people request a video on me doing my eyebrows. So I've already done pretty much most of my face today. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to begin with the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Taupe. You can see that I have a little bit of product on the top of mine from yesterday. And then I'm going to go in. I usually use a pencil after my dip brow, but I'm out and I'm currently waiting on the postman to bring in my Brow Wiz, which is my favorite, in medium brown. But today I'm going to make do with the Ardell Brow Definition Palette. And I don't use whatever little brushes came with it. I just kind of use my own. And then I'm going to go in and kind of perfect the look with the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Pro Pencil. It's the eyeshadow, primer, and color corrector. This little guy has actually a lot of uses, so not only can you use it on your eyebrows, you can also use it when you do your lips, you know, kind of just to outline maybe any little flaws that you might have in your lipstick. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. I actually picked up this little brush on Amazon. It says B Pro Brow Brush, and I like it because it has a really nice pointed edge, I guess. I'm not sure what they call that. And then it's got a spoolie on the end. So as I go in, I'm going to dip very small little dab. Like, I don't even know if you can see that. Sorry, I keep not looking directly at the camera because I've got my phone kind of angled a little different than normal, but let's see if I can get that on there. That's Luna. She's the laziest dog known on earth. Say hi, Luna. Luna, lay down. Lay down, Luna. Sorry, guys. Okay. So I'm just gonna, I've got really, really thin, kind of typical Asian eyebrows. So I'm going in to just kind of thicken up and create the look of a much fuller brow. I go in at the same direction that the hairs grow as best as I can. And you're really not going to notice anything too dramatic yet, I don't think anyways. And what I like is because I have that Pro Pencil, if it's not the cleanest application, it's not the worst thing in the world. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, so you saw how I went in with the dip brow. So the excess, before I go on, you kind of just, whatever it is that you have that you want to use, but I just kind of take the excess off on the lid. So that way it doesn't look really like gummy or gunky or whatnot. Okay, so for the most part I feel pretty good about that. I'm gonna go in with this spoolie just in case there's a little bit of clumps. I don't know if you can kind of see the difference. Not really so much, but it's coming. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Ardell Brow Palette, and because I like more of a sharper line, what I'm going to do is actually wet my brush. Having a moment here, like I always do, where I can't find my brush that I just pulled out for this. I got too much stuff, people. That's okay. I'm going to go in with a different brush. I'm just going to use like just whatever like flat tip brush. And I'm going to use my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus to moisten my brush. And then I'm going to go in with the medium color here. And the reason why I use the Fix Plus is to make the powder apply a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm going to go in underneath, just kind of following my actual shape that I already have. But because mine are thinner, I go just a little bit below my natural brow line. Okay, so I'm okay with that. Losing a little bit of the light here, folks. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just kind of still shaping. Going in, because my hairs and a lot of people's hairs right here grow up. So I'm going with that direction. And because of my thinner brow, I do go on the top of my brow. A lot of people don't, especially if you're going for a more natural look. I'm not so much of a natural look kind of girl though. So I'm going to go just directly on top of my brow and lightly follow the shape. Sure, you can see I could use a tweezing or a waxing or a threading, whatever your pleasure is. I actually really love getting my eyebrows threaded. If you haven't done it, you should look into it. Lasts a little bit longer, and I don't know, I like it because it's quick and easy, but I don't get the big like red welts across my forehead that you get with getting a wax. Okay, see, now we're getting a little bit more like it. Now I'm just going to go in with my powder, not necessarily wet on the brush, just kind of dry to kind of help fill in some of those little gaps. Again, if you like that natural look, you know, you don't have to worry too much about a lot of that major gapping. Okay, so I see a spot right here that I'm not really happy with, so I'm going to go in again with my moistened brush. Kind of sharpen up that line a little bit. Okay. I'm going in with my spoolie again, wrong end. Okay, so you can see where I'm at right now as far as my natural brow versus my new awesome brow. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Pro Pencil, and I am just kind of sharpening up that line that I created under here. This also is kind of being used as a highlighter at the same time. You can already see that change in the definition. I have a little bit of a shaky hand, so I hold this hand with my other hand to kind of steady it, and then I quit talking, so pardon me. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I did a pretty good clean application on the top, so I'm not going to go on the top. If I did, I'd go pretty light, and I might not necessarily use this unless it happens to be like a perfect match to my actual shade. So now that I've applied that underneath my brow, I'm gonna go in with a brush and just kind of blend out that line a little bit. Although it matches with my makeup pretty well, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But anyways, so that's pretty much it. I'm sure you can kind of see the difference between my left and my right. This is what I do pretty much on a daily just because I just have really thin brows and I'm not comfortable with the way they look. I always feel like my face is naked without them. So hope you enjoyed. Hope it helps. See you next time.